Yes, Mr. Chairperson.
Witness F, I just want to clarify my understanding of your testimony in relation to the card, which was that Mr. Madlanga gave it to you to use for repairs to his boat and Mr. Msibi's jet ski that he was using, and that while you were doing these repairs or using the card, while you were doing these repairs, you had the card, but you had authority only to use it for the purposes of doing these repairs. And the repairs that you mentioned, well, let's stop there first and then I can itemize the repairs that you mentioned and you can just confirm. So have I got the first part right?
That's correct, Commissioner.
And the repairs that you mentioned involve purchases at Marina Toll in Hartbeespoort, purchase of ballast at Marabastad, purchase of batteries at a bikers rally in Polokwane. Is that correct?
That's correct, and I also want to...
This meeting is being recorded.
Sorry, witness, if you're drowned out by a recording message, can you just repeat that? You're saying you also want to?
I want to make it to the Commission's attention that it was not the first time I did not do what I've mentioned at the same time. I did it on different dates and months. So, in other words, it was not for the first time having that card in my position. Thank you, Commissioner.
Sorry, I just need to clarify again. Are you saying that at some time before you did these repairs, you'd also had the card in your possession?
I'm saying these repairs were not done at the same time. The boat was done on a different time. The jet ski was done on a different time.
And between the time that you were working on the boat and the time that you were working on the jet ski, did you still have the card in your possession? You just weren't using it?
I used it when I was done with it. I took it to Mr. Madlanga's office in Manly.
I'm not sure that that answers the question, does it?
I think please maybe clarify that. You used it, so okay. which repairs were done first, the boat or the jet ski?
The jet ski, right? And then I took it back, and then I took it again to do the boat. Now, when it was in my position, it was from the jet ski that Mr. Madlanga was using prior, before it came to my position.
Sorry, again, it may be a problem with the audio, possibly with my hearing, but I didn't hear that properly. You said when, can you just repeat that, because I'm not sure I heard it.
Okay. As you see the card here in the photos, right, Commissioners?
Thank you. Yes, we see it in the photos, yes. That's in December 2024.
It was not when I was refurbishing the jet ski, not the boat. It was when now this card was left in the box of the jet ski that Mr. Matala was using, the same jet ski. So he left this card there. So when I went, okay, let me just leave it there for now and wait for the commission to follow up with another question so that I must not mix. Thank you, Commissioner.
So the December photos you're saying relate to a situation where do not relate to the repairs. It wasn't a period when you were doing repairs, it was an occasion where you found the card in the box in the jet ski.
That's correct.
I apologize for interrupting. Please.
That's correct.
And maybe I need to understand the arrangements between Mr. Msibi and Mr. Matlala. Did this jet ski that belonged to Mr. Msibi and that was being used by Mr. Matlala for a lengthy period, where was it kept when it was being used by Mr. Matlala?
It was kept in a farm in Limpopo.
And was that Mr. Matlala's farm?
According to him, it was his farm. But I can't be sure about that because I've never seen the title deed as in who does the farm belong to. But according to Mr. Matala, it was his farm.
And do you know who the farm manager was at that farm?
I did not know.
You don't know whether the farm manager at that farm was Rudy?
I've never met him. I don't know him.
And
I don't know if there was a manager or not.
can you give us a description, a location for that farm? Where was it? Limpopo is quite a big area. Where in Limpopo is this farm?
Okay. I don't know what happened to the location. Can I have permission to switch off my phone? Maybe I might still have from the cloud.
So you'll actually, you might have a pin for that farm somewhere or a specific location and you can give it to us.
I'm switching on my phone, commissioners, so that I must not commit and say I can give to the commissioners. Can I just check?
Witness, if we don't need, we don't need you to search now, but if you would do that search for us, and maybe if we break early this afternoon, maybe if you could get it to us overnight, that would be very helpful.
Thank you, commissioners.
Now, the jet ski was kept at a farm in Limpopo. In December, was it still at that farm or had Mr. Matlala returned it to Mr. Msibi?
By the time the jet ski was returned or to be returned to Mr. Msibi was already deceased.
And What was the date of Mr. Msibi's death?
2024 January, day 13, if I'm not mistaken.
And where did the jet ski go when it was returned to Mr. Msibi's family? Where was it kept?
At the farm.
A different.
Some TV.
And where is that farm?
Amaskral.
So when you found the card inside the jet ski box, it was already back in Hammanskraal.
That's correct.
And when was that card returned to Hammanskraal? How long after the death of Mr. Msibi, do you recall?
Can you repeat that question, Commissioner?
How long after the death of Mr. Msibi did the jet ski come back?
I think maybe 8 or 6 months. I can't be sure about the exact month.
But it would have been in the second half of 2024, in your estimation. Is that correct?
I'm not sure about that.
It might have been in the first half of 2024, are you saying?
Yes, I confirm that.
Did you bring it back?
The card.
No, not the card, the jet ski.
Yes, I brought it back.
And are you able to look back on your records and find out when it was that you brought the jet ski back?
I'm not sure if I'm following you, Commissioner.
Would you be able, would there be messages to the late Mr. Msibi's family about you recovering coming to bring the jet ski back, or message to Mr. Matlala about you bringing the jet ski back? Could you specify a date for it if you check your records?
I can't recall, Commissioner.
No, I'm not asking you to recall. I'm asking you maybe to look through your records and see if there would be any message or email that would enable us to identify exactly when it was that you brought the jet ski back. Would you try to do that this afternoon? And again, if you have any luck, let us know overnight. If we, maybe after you have done that exercise, we can come back to the topic of the card. And I'd like, if possible, to get the location of the farm where the jet ski was, and maybe to find out if you are able to tell us when exactly it was that the jet ski came home, before we continue on this topic. But can I go to a different topic?
Before you do that, Mr. Chairperson, Witness F, this farm, you say you went and collected the jet ski in order to deliver it to Mr. Msibi's family in Hammanskraal. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Before this, in fact, you also say that Mr. Matlala says that's his farm. You've never seen the title deed. So you have been to this farm before you had to collect the...
No.
So when would he have told you, or when would you have heard him say that this is his farm, if the only time you went is when you went to collect the jet ski?
He told me prior to our arrangement to come that now the jet ski is at my farm in Limbo.
I see. All right. Thank you. So you've never been to that farm before, other than when you collected the jet ski?
I confirm, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairperson, before you move on, just one issue I need clarity on. Witness F,
Yes, Commissioner.
do you remember earlier this morning or sometime yesterday, you testified about the meeting that took place between Mr. Ket Matlala and General Sibia at General Sibia's office?
That's correct.
And you said you were instructed to go pick up Mr. Matlala. Presumably, he was on the ground floor, and you had to take him up to General Sibia's office. Correct?
That's correct, Commissioner.
And you said it was sometime in December 2023?
That's correct. I was not sure about the month, but I did utter those words, Commissioner.
But it was sometime in late 2023. Correct?
I said to the commissioners, I'm not sure whether 23 or 24, but I'm subjected to be corrected.
Because the context was that, as far as you were aware, that was the first time, at least in your presence, that Mr. Matlala met with General Sibia. Do you remember that?
I'm trying to rethink, commissioners.
No, this is important, Witness F, because you were asked when Mr. Matlala met General Sibia, and you said you had known Mr. Matlala for many years, but in your presence, the first time the two of them met was when Mr. Matlala came to the offices in late 2023 to complain about his contract.
I confirm,
Yes.
but I don't confirm exactly the month, but I do confirm what I've said yesterday, commissioners.
Yes, because there's a lot of inconsistencies in your statement, or at least in your evidence, because we know that in March of 2024, you are exchanging documents between Mr. Matlala and General Sibia, so by then they would have already met, and we know that there was that September 2024 event that you organized and various people attended. But you then said the purpose of the meeting which in your evidence you said happened in late 2023, was that Mr. Matlala wanted to complain to General Sibia about his contract. Do you remember that? Do you remember that you said that?
Yeah, I remember, commissioners.
Yes. But I have just checked, and as far as I can tell, the SAPS Health Risk Management tender was only advertised in January 2024, and it was awarded in June, on the 14th of June 2024. So it is not probable that when Mr. Madlanga and Mr. General Sibiya met in late 2023 or even early 2024, it could have been to discuss Mr. Madlanga's issues with this contract, because this contract was only awarded to Mr. Madlanga's company in June 2024. Do you want to comment?
Yes, I do want to comment, Commissioner. It might have been a human error, as in I said, I'm not sure exactly when, but if you allow me now, I've got another statement that I've made prior to this statement, then I can refer to as exact date that Mr. Madlanga came to.
What is that date? Do you have it in front of you?
I'm switching on my phone now, Commissioners.
Is it possible, I don't want to waste time, Witness F. Is it possible that you can check it and then come back to it even tomorrow? Or the next day when we sit? Is that possible, Witness F?
It's possible.
Yes.
It's possible, Commissioner.
So one last question from me. Remember the conversation about impalas that had to be delivered to General Sibiya's plot or to his farm?
That's correct.
Do you remember when that was? More or less which month, which year?
I can't exact, but I can refer to my files so that I can give an exact answer. Commissioner?
I will tell you what I'm going to do. I will leave these two issues, and then once you have referred to this statement that we have not seen, we might come back to these points. Because what I want to suggest to you is that by the time the contract was awarded to Mr. Madlanga's company, General Sibiya and Mr. Madlanga knew each other and were friends for quite some time. That is really what I want to put to you. Maybe you can comment on that if you want to do.
I would not admit nor deny. Maybe it might be an error from my side, as in maybe I've backwarded the date when Mr. Madlanga had come to the head office for the first time, where I was available.
All right, I'm going to leave it there.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner.
Witness F, I am moving to a new topic, and I want, can you go to page 43? 43 of the main exhibit bundle.
I'm in page 43, Commissioners.
And there at the foot of the page, chat 6, you send Mr. Madlanga a picture of a motorbike, and above you say, for your convoy, then we add lights and sirens. Do you want to explain what that chat was about?
Yes, I can explain that, Commissioners. Thank you. As Mr. Matala is also a biker, he once told me, or he told me prior, that he is looking for bikes to join on his convoy. I then sent him a picture of a motorbike from a security company in Boksburg that was installing security lights and sirens for the security company on the motorbike, and forwarded to Mr. Matala.
You say we add lights and sirens, lights and sirens.
That's correct, Commissioners.
Is it lawful for a private security firm to have lights and sirens on their vehicles?
Lights and sirens, not police lights, lights and sirens. In Johannesburg, Kempton Park, I can quickly Google it for the Commissioner, so that they must also check. There are private companies who are using their motorbikes that are installed with flashing lights and sirens.
Were you aware at that stage that there was a controversy around Mr. Matlala and his convoys and the use of blue lights to take his children to school and the like?
I was not aware at that particular time. Neither did I know that Mr. Matala had any pending case against him. The only thing that I knew then was Mr. Matala. The only thing that I knew then about Mr. Matala, he was a legit businessman.
You see,
Thank you, Commissioner.
I want to put it to you that that answer is incorrect. If you go to your chats with Mr. Msibi on page 665, you'll see that on the 13th of February, you sent to Mr. Msibi a link to a YouTube video which says, "Watch, Tembisa Tender Tycoon, his mama cat, and their brazen blue light brigade." Underneath that, there was a link in chat 2 to an article about the blue light scandal in Ekurhuleni. And that continues down to chat number 4, which also deals with an article about the blue light scandal. So on the 13th of February 2023, you were informing Mr. Msibi about all of these allegations published in the press about Mr. Matlala and the Blue Light Brigade at Ekurhuleni. Will you accept that?
I do accept that.
Why were you telling Mr. Msibi about Mr. Matlala's Blue Light Brigade?
Thank you, Commissioners. The reason I was telling Mr. Msibi about the Blue Light Brigade and the scandal of Tembisa, number one, It was because Mr. Madlanga at that particular time was a head of security to Mr. Msibi. His vehicles.
That was in February 2023. Mr. Matlala was the head of security for Mr. Msibi.
That's correct. That is the reason here, commissioners. If maybe the commissioner can give me a chance to explain, maybe give a sense to the commissioner, the reasons thereof, why they sent specifically to Mr. Msibi.
Oh, just a minute. Was he head of security or was he providing security? What, can you please explain to Mr. Msibi?
He was providing security to Mr. Msibi.
Please continue, Mr. Shaskalsi.
So you were telling Mr. Msibi that there is the scandal about your head of security, that he is putting blue lights unlawfully on his cars, on his fleet, and using blue lights to take his children to school and the like. Is that what was happening?
That's correct.
So in October 2023, 8 months later, you send a message to Mr. Matlala saying, then we add lights and sirens. In that context, what lights and sirens do you think Mr. Matlala would have had in mind?
Security lights.
Witness F, what is security lights? According to you and Mr. Matlala.
According to me, security lights is those halogen lights. The white one. Usually security cars, the branded one, they put them on top of the car, on the grills of the vehicle, or on a dashboard.
So you were offering, or you were suggesting you would put white lights on his bikes. That would be part of his convoy.
I was showing the picture and what can be done to those bikes. Basically, yes.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Mr.
And what convoy did you have in mind?
The security convoy, Commissioner.
And what does Mr. Matlala use his security convoy for?
Close protection, as was providing it to Mr. Msibi.
So you were suggesting that for the purposes of close protection for Mr. Msibi, Mr. Matlala's security convoy should be fitted with lights and sirens.
Not specifically for Mr. Msibi, but for his own company benefit, to put, when he has bikes, to put those lights and sirens, security lights and sirens.
Witness F, apart from advances to do repairs to his boats and jet skis, have you taken any payments from Mr. Matlala?
Can you repeat that, Commissioners?
Apart from advances in relation to repairs of his boat and his jet ski, or the jet ski that he was using, have you taken payments from Mr. Matlala?
No, but I can maybe put to the commission that there was a time where Mr. Matlala wanted a convoy of motorbikes to a wedding in Mamelodi. So he asked me as a biker to arrange few of my friends to accompany him and entertain the crowd there in the wedding in Mamelodi. I remember at that time I gave him a petrol prize from my friends. It was around per bike 2,000, 2,500, of which he required 6 bikes at that time. So that is the only time that I remember.
So can I clarify, are you saying that he was paid 6 times 2,500? So somewhere in the 15,000, sorry, you asked him to pay 15,000 rands to provide 6 bikers at 2,500 each.
That's correct, commissioners.
And was this a different convoy from the convoy you were speaking about on page 43?
That's correct, commissioners.
Because the convoy at page 43 was, according to your evidence, Mr. Matlala's, the security detail that he provided, whereas when he paid you, it was in relation to a convoy that would escort him, a convoy of your biker friends.
Not escort him per se, but because of already Mr. Matala had his own escort for the entertainment. Because now, commissioners, one of my hobbies the weekend is biking, escort of metric dance, weddings, and funerals. So Mr. Matala was provided the kind of service.
Can I take you to page 404? Sorry, 404 of the annexure bundle.
I'm in 404, commissioners.
We're not going to display the document here, but do you recognize the document? Is it your personal current account with ABSA, a statement of that account?
That's correct, commissioners.
If you go down to the third last entry on that page, you'll see there's there's an entry that says immediate transfer credit, first rand, CAT VIP protection, 20,000 rands.
That's correct.
So that was a 20,000 rand transfer from Mr. Matlala's company into your account.
That's correct.
How do you explain that transfer?
As I said earlier, it emanates from the services of bikes that Mr. Matlala requested.
Mr.
So-
Chaskalson, sorry, just so that we get this right, page number
404 of the annexure bundle.
404.
I'm sorry, 363.
Yes, got it, thank you.
Apologies. Sorry, witness F, I referred you to the wrong page, but you see the 20,000 Rand payment from CAT VIP at the foot of page 363, third from the bottom. And you say this is for the bikers that you arranged for entertainment at a wedding at the instance of Mr. Matlala.
That's correct.
But when we earlier spoke about those bikers, we discussed it and you said 6 bikers, 2,500 each, 15,000 rands. This is for 20,000 rands.
That's correct, commissioners. I do confirm that on that particular payment or day, he requested the service of the bikes. I gave him the quotation of 2,000 that I've mentioned, 2,500 that I've mentioned.
So how did you get a transfer of 20,000 when you had quoted 2,500 per biker and 6 bikers?
This is what he transferred to my account, commissioners, besides of what I have charged him.
So he essentially made a payment of 5,000 to you above the payment to the bikers. Is that correct?
Can you repeat that, Commissioner?
So I'm putting to you that aside from the payment for the bikers, he also made a payment of 5,000 rands to you.
I deny that.
Well, did you pay him back 5,000 rands? Did you call him up and say, well, you've overpaid me. It was only 6 bikers at 2,500 each. That's 15,000 rands, but 20,000 rands has been transferred. I owe you 5,000.
I did not give it back to him, reason being, according to him, the performance was stunning. As a result, he was thanking the bikers. Actually, according to my understanding, he was giving the bonuses in appreciation, the token of appreciation that other than what you've charged me, the performance was stunning. This is what he paid.
And so how did you distribute the 20,000 rands to the bikers?
According to their numbers, commissioners.
So everyone got 2,500, which would have left 5,000 rands. What happened to that 5,000 rands?
I distributed it amongst the bikers who were there, commissioners.
Witness F, I have to put it to you that I'm not convinced by that statement. I'm not sure about the commissioners, but I'm not going to take it further. What I am going to ask you now is, are there any other payments that were made by Mr. Matlala to you that you can recall now?
Thank you, commissioners. I'm not sure, but according to me, for now I can only remember this one, because why I could remember, it was around 2023, 2022, where Mr. Msibi was still alive, where I was communicating more with Mr. Matlala. Thereof, you might have sent something to my account, or I can't really remember, because as a service provider to Mr. Msibi, and I was staying there, we would communicate more. So for now, I can't quite remember.
Well, before we leave this payment, can we go back to where we started, which was the convoy with lights and sirens on the 27th of October?
Sorry, before you do that, Mr. Chairperson. Witness F, you may not remember the dates, how many times, but surely you would remember that Mr. Matlala has paid you more than once. You should be able to remember that. You are close to him. You had these many dealings with him. You must be, and you are providing services to him, fixing his boats and doing all sorts of things. You must remember that you've received more than one payment from him. Witness F, are you still thinking?
I'm trying hard, Commissioner, to scratch my head to remember exactly. But please forgive me, I can't remember for now.
So if you say you can't remember, it means you're not able to deny if it is suggested that you did and you must have, and you did receive more than one payment. You can't deny it because you can't remember.
That's positive.
Okay, that's fair. Thank you.
Commissioner?
All right, thank you. Mr. Chairperson.
But can we go back and look at this payment? If we go to 43 in chat number 6, when you sent a message to Mr. Matlala and said, for your convoy, then we add lights and sirens. You were clear that this didn't have anything to do with a wedding. It was about his security detail. You recall that?
Which one is that, Commissioner?
Bottom of page 43 of the exhibit bundle, chat number 6.
That's correct.
If we go over the page to page 44, you sent that text to Mr. Matlala on the 27th of October 2023 at 2 in the afternoon. At 28 minutes past 2 in the afternoon, you sent him another message. That's chat 1 on page 44.
Okay.
What we see there is that message you will see at page 8 of the annexure bundle.
Is it 08?
Page 8 of the annexure bundle.
80. 80.
8. What you sent, Mr. Matlala, was the account number of your ABSA current account. You confirm that?
That's correct, Commissioner.
And then if we go back to the bank statement that we saw on page 363 of the annexure bundle, we see that that payment that Mr. Matlala made of 20,000 rands to you was made on the exact same day, 27 October 2023.
That's correct, Commissioner.
So it seems to me that when Mr. Matlala paid you 20,000 rands on the 27th of October 2023, it was a reward for your role in arranging lights and sirens for his convoy. And it had nothing to do with a wedding and a convoy of bikers to provide entertainment. What's your comment on that?
Can you repeat that, Commissioner, so that I must give you a clear answer?
It seems to me that when Mr. Matlala paid you 20,000 rands, it had nothing to do with a convoy of bikers at a wedding. It was a payment as a reward for arranging lights and sirens for his convoy.
That's not correct.
Was it a coincidence that on the same day that you sent him a text saying, for your convoy, then we add lights and sirens, he transferred 20,000 rands into your bank account?
It might be a coincidence to the commissioner, but to me, it's not. The money that Mr. Matlala sent, it was basically for a wedding that Mr. Matlala attended. Mr. Matlala did not need me to install his convoy. I assume you are saying that the convoy, the lights and siren. I was only basically talking to Mr. Matlala about bikes that were to be issued, if interested, by a security company that installed lights and sirens in Captain Park. Thank you, Commissioners.
Let me try and remind you about other possible payments from Mr. Matlala to you. Can you go down to page 50 of the evidence bundle?
Mr. Chaskasan, evidence bundle, you mean?
The
Exhibits.
exhibit bundle, sorry. Do you have it, witness F?
Yes, Commissioner.
There at chat number 5, you'll see that on the 23rd of May 2024, at 22:39, you send a message to Mr. Matlala saying, "Thanks, my man," and then there's a thank you emoji.
I see, Commissioners.
Why would you be thanking Mr. Matlala? Are you able to remember?
I can't remember, Commissioners.
Is it possible that you were thanking him for a payment?
I can't remember, Commissioners.
So it is possible that he made another payment to you on the 23rd of May 2024, and that's why you were thanking him. Is it possible that he made another payment to you on the 23rd of May 2024, and that's why you were thanking him?
I can't remember, Commissioners.
If you can't remember, it is possible. You accept that?
I can't remember, Commissioners.
Maybe this might assist you to remember. Can you go to page 405 of the annexure bundle?
I've opened it, Commissioners.
And there, if you look at the second last column from the right, those are the deposits. The last deposit into your account in May was indeed on the 23rd of May 2024. It was a 5,000 transfer from CAT VIP protection. You see that?
Yes, Commissioners.
Can you explain why Mr. Matlala's company would be paying you 5,000 rands on the 23rd of May 2024, long after he stopped doing security for Mr. Msibi? In fact, Mr. Msibi was no longer alive.
Thank you, Commissioners. Even though Mr. Matlala did no longer do the security for Mr. Matlala, I was still in contact with Mr. Matlala. If I could recall this 5,000, but subjected to be corrected, that is when he sent it to me to buy something for a bike or a jet ski. Not Mr. Msibi jet ski, his jet ski.
His jet ski, his own jet ski.
Yes, he had a jet ski, he had Mr. Msibi's jet ski.
And 5,000 rands, a round number like that, to buy what for a jet ski?
Commissioners, thank you. It might be one of the things in the jet skis, but I could slightly remember it might be something to do with a jet ski.
Witness, if we've overrun 1:30 by a while now. I need quite some time to finish this topic. What I would like to ask of you is that you reflect overnight, look at the bank statements, look at the chats, look at your notes, and if there are any other payments that you can now recall being made from Mr. Matlala and the reasons, therefore, we can take that up when you return.
I confirm. Thank you, Commissioner.
Witness F, we had evidence from another witness last year about the use of lights and sirens, and the evidence and the testimony, but the evidence that was presented to us, documentary evidence, records that lights and sirens on vehicles are only permissible on law enforcement officers and emergency vehicles. Are you aware of that?
I was not aware, Commissioners.
So you don't know that private vehicles are not permitted to have sirens?
Can you repeat that, Commissioner?
You are not aware that private vehicles, my vehicle, is not allowed to have, by law, is not allowed to have a siren. Are you telling us you're not aware of that?
I'm not telling you I'm not aware or not aware of that. But according to me, when a vehicle is fitted with security light, it must be branded, the personnel, and it must be on the security company's name, and people thereof who are driving such car must be serial registered. According to my understanding, that is when that vehicle is permitted to put lights and the siren. That is the reason even when we see, or I see, the security vehicle passing with the siren, especially these people who are working with track
Yes,
cars. Or
yes. The motorbike, Witness F, allow me to ask you my question so that I can get an answer. The motorbike that you picture, that you sent to Mr. Matala, has no branding. It doesn't say in your message that it must be branded as a security vehicle or motorbike. All you say is this for your convoy, and then you say then we add lights and sirens. You don't say anything about it will have to be branded. So you're not saying to Mr. Matala, this motorbike, your motorbike, can only get lights and a siren if it is branded. You don't say that to him. Yes, you want to comment?
Yes, I want to comment, Commissioners. Thank you. I did not send Mr. Matala that motorbike, that this motorbike indeed, this is the one that must be installed. I was sending Mr. Matala the motorbike, the type of motorbike the securities use.
Yes.
1. 2, I did not need to tell Mr. Matala that you need to brand your bike because of his experience or his expertise in the security industry. I assumed at that particular time that with his capacity, he knows what is required and expected of his company.
Yes. Well, what I want to put to you is the evidence before us is that sirens are not permitted except for emergency vehicles and law enforcement officers, and I expect that you would know that, and I will not believe an answer from you that says you didn't know that when you made the suggestion to Mr. Matala that his motorbike would be fitted with sirens. It can't be that you don't know that. Do you want to comment? Witness F?
Thank you, Commissioners. I still stand by that statement. I'm sorry if maybe my answer is not satisfactory to the Commission.
Yes.
But the reason that I sent it was because I thought he needed to because of his caliber. However, I'm sorry.
Yes, you don't have to apologize. It's just that it's unbelievable that you would not have known when you made this suggestion that the law doesn't allow him to have a siren on his vehicles. On his motorbikes. It's unbelievable that someone of your seniority and so closely linked to the office of the Deputy National Commissioner Sibia wouldn't know that the law does not permit private vehicles to be fitted with sirens. And I put it, I leave it at that. Thank you, Chair.
Do we resume at 9:30 tomorrow?
Chair, we resume at 9:30 tomorrow, but I won't be here tomorrow.
I am aware you mentioned during the postponement application of last week, Mr. Shaskasan.
And there is another witness scheduled to give evidence tomorrow morning at 9:30.
Thank you.
I wonder if witness F could be excused until Friday morning because we will be busy with another witness tomorrow morning, and hopefully that gives him time to keep fluid bay and get well.
Will Friday not possibly be affected by the outcome of the Johannesburg High Court urgent, or not really?
It will be, it may be affected by the outcome of the Johannesburg urgent, but to cater for both possibilities, I think that we should ask witness F to return on Friday.
we'll just see-
And the witness who is scheduled for Friday can commence Friday afternoon if needs be.
Thank you, Mr. Charterson. Witness F, please be in attendance at 9:30 this Friday. Let us adjourn and resume then.
Commissioner,